Hello, I am Professor Rathod. Today I am going to discuss on the topic of hydroelectric power plant. In the introduction of hydroelectric power plant, the hydropower plant, the water is utilized to move the turbines, which in turn run the electric generators. The potential energy of water stored in the dam gets converted into kinetic energy of the moving water in the penstock. At this kinetic energy gets converted into the electrical energy with help of turbine and generator, that is TG combination. Hydropower plant was invented by H.F. Rogers. Hydropower plant fulfills the 30% of total energy needs the world. Total hydro potential of the world is 5000 gigawatt. Hydroelectric power, you can see the diagram. When hydropower is harnessed from the source to produce electricity, then called as hydroelectric power. Through hydropower, the energy in falling water or fast running water is converted into electricity. The setup which is constructed to desire electrical energy from the hydropower is called hydroelectric power plant. Next, the construction. You can see the diagram in the construction inside of the hydropower plant. There are different primary and safety devices. The next, there are the essential elements of the hydropower plant. Primary elements: catchment area, reservoir, dam, primary movers, draft tubes, powerhouse and equipments. And the safety devices are spillways, surge tank and trash rack. So what is catchment area? The whole area behind the calm draining into the stream as the river across which the dam has been built at the suitable place called catchment area. The reservoir, next equipment is reservoir. Reservoir is employed to store water which is further utilized to generate power by running the hydroelectric turbines. Now the next equipment, this is the dam which is constructed on the river on the top altitude or from the top portion from the ground. A dam is a barrier which confines or raise water for storage or diversion to create hydraulic head. Dams are generally made of the material concrete or stone masonry or rock fill or also the timber. The TG combination, that is turbine generator combination. Turbine and generator are most important part of any power plant. This combination is known as heart of power plant. Now the turbine, what is actually turbine? Turbine is very light fan like structure having many numbers of blades. It has an ability to rotate on its axis when water passes through it. Now what is generator? Generator is a device in which when there is a rotation of the coil between the strong magnetic field, then it produces an alternating current. Next, powerhouse and equipments. The more components of required for the proper user-friendly and smooth functioning of the power plant. Now these components are, now one is valve. This is the instrument which is used to control the pressure of flow of water. Next, pumps. This device is used to send water for any fluid from lower potential to higher potential. Now the next, spillway. Spillways is a kind of canal provided beside the dam. Spillways is used to arrange the excess accumulation of water on the dam, because excess accumulation of water may damage the dam structure. Now the next, Next equipment or the next part which is used in this system is draft tube. Is empty structure made beneath the turbine. It serves the purposes like it allows the turbine to be set above the tail water level without loss of head to facilitate inspection and maintenance. Next purpose, it regains by diffuser action the major portion of kinetic energy delivered to it from the runner. Next purpose, to increase the output power. Next, increase the efficiency of hydropower plant. Now the next one of an important equipment or the part, penstock is connecting pipe between the dam and the turbine. So dam is above on the altitude, and this turbine is always equipped at the bottom of that arrangement. It helps to increase the kinetic energy of the water coming from the dam. Penstock is made up of very strong material which can sustain a high pressure of water. The next equipment, next part of it is sludge tank. When there is a sudden close or decrease in pressure due to control wall, then there is a backflow of water. This creates high pressure zone in the penstock, due to which it may burst. This effect is known as water hammering effect. In the sludge tank, the effect known water hammering effect. To avoid this, tank is attached to the penstock which stores water in it. This tank is called surge tank. Now the next, this is the working of actual hydroelectric power plant. You can see the diagram. I think it is not that much clear, but the flowing water is directed at the turbine, which causes the turbine to rotate, converting water's kinetic energy into the mechanical energy. The mechanical energy produced by the turbine is converted into electric energy using a turbine generator set. Inside the generator, the shaft of the turbine spins a magnet inside coils of copper wire, which in turn produces electric current. Now the next, this is the actual setup of how the TG setup is. On the top portion there is generator. We can see the parts rotor and stator. Rotor is always above, mounted on the shaft that you can see, and above that there is stator, turbine and generator shaft connected to each other. The bottom diagram, you can see the turbine, you can see the wicket gates there, the turbine blades. You can see how the water flows on the blades of turbine, so that how the turbine rotates and how the mechanical energy is taking place in the turbine, as the turbine and the generator are connected on the same shaft. So there is a generation of electricity. Now the next, the working of TG set. Initially, the water of the river in the catchment area, from the catchment area the water flows to the dam. At the dam, water gets accumulated. The potential energy of the water increases due to height of the dam. When the gates of the dam are opened, then the water moves with high kinetic energy into the penstock. Through the penstock, water goes to the turbine house. Since the penstock makes water to flow from high altitude to low altitude, thus the kinetic energy of the water again raised. The next, initially the water of the river in the catchment area, from the catchment area the water flows to the dam. At the dam, water gets next. There are some of the advantages: no fuel charges, less supervising staff is required, maintenance and operation charge are very low, running cost of the plant is low, the plant efficiency does not change the age, It makes a few minutes to run and synchronize the plant. No fuel transportation is required, no ash and flue gas problems, and does not pollute the atmosphere. These plants are useful for flood control and irrigation purpose. Long life in the comparison with the thermal and nuclear plant. These are the advantages. There are some of the disadvantages also for this plant. The initial cost of the power plant is very high, takes long time for construction of the dam. Generally, such plants are located in hilly areas far away from the load center, and thus they require long transmission lines and losses in them will be more. Power generated by hydropower plant is only dependent on the natural phenomena of the rain. Therefore, the time of drought or summer session, the hydropower plant will not work. So it is again depend on the nature. So the hydroelectric power plant, the scenario in India as of 31st March 2020, India's installed utility scale hydroelectric capacity was 46,000 megawatt, or 12.3 percentage of its total utility power generation capacity. In the fiscal year 2019 and 20, the total hydroelectric power generated in the India was 156 TWh with an average capacity of the factor of 38.71 percentage. India currently has 197 hydropower plants above 25 megawatt plus 9 pumped storage and hydropower generation. Next, thanks for your concentration, thanks for your watching. So this was all about the hydroelectric power plant. All right, thank you.